Welcome back to Drew Pearson Live, and I'm here with our special guest for our show. That's Mr. Too Tall Jones, Ed Too Tall Jones himself. Ed, good to see you. Thank you for being with us and our first guest on Drew Pearson Live.
Thank you for having me.
You're looking good, man. You look like you can still play.
Yeah, 1 quarter, and you have to pack me an ice.
Oh, you'll take a quarter? I wouldn't even take that much,
a
man. They could sure use you, especially in that last game against Green Bay. Speaking of the Cowboys, what did you think about their season last 12-4 in the regular season? Pretty good.
Very proud of them. I was one of those players, though, that predicted it.
Yeah.
I knew they would be 12-4. No, but just kidding. But
I thought you were serious there for a minute.
No. I was shocked and very proud of them. I think it's about time. I could see it in the making, but the attitude was totally different this year. It seemed like the guys wanted to win. Every time they stepped on the football field, they had that energy level, and they didn't give up. And again, I'm very proud of them, and I hope that they can take what happened this year and next year even do better.
Yeah, you saw that defense really improved, and a lot of it had to do with that defensive line. Those guys were really bringing it, weren't they?
They got after people, and that's where it all started. Start up front, and they made plays this year too. A lot of big plays, forced a lot of turnovers, and that's what you have to do defensively. Offense was just one of the best in the business. Des Bryant and Romo, those guys had great years, and DeMarco Murray, awesome year, and I just hope they can sign these guys where, again, they can just pick up where they left off this year.
Yeah, and speaking of picking up, man, you pick up where your career left off, man. You had a tremendous career with the Dallas Cowboys, 3-time Pro Bowler, 3-time All-Pro, 15 years, one of the 3 players in Cowboy history to play that long, along with Bill Bates and
Mark Tooney.
Yes. Unbelievable. So 15 years with the same organization, you know, that's unprecedented, especially in today's thing.
You know, growing up in Tennessee, I was a Cowboy fan. We didn't have any professional teams. So you either got St. Louis Cardinals, which is Arizona Cardinals now, the Dallas Cowboys. So I was a big Cowboy fan, so to go to Tennessee State and be drafted by Dallas was like a dream come true. And if you told me I'd play 15 years, when the average player, even today, is only 4, mainly because of knee injuries and being 6'9", I would have said, boy, you know, you must be smoking something that with no name.
Right.
But anyway, very, very blessed, man, to play 15 years with my favorite team, 3 Super Bowls, and not miss a game. That's the thing I pride myself most about.
Yeah, not missing a game in 15 years. And you were one of the guys that wore the least amount of equipment. It took you no time to get dressed for practice or games. You didn't wear no arm pads or anything. You kind of just taped your knuckles. That was it, right?
That was it. But I was told early in my college career that, you know, football players don't need all that extra gear.
Yeah.
So I wore as little as possible, and my coach always reminded me that the number one thing is to stay in the top condition, where you're never loafing. And like when most injuries occur, it's the fourth quarter when fatigue set in. So I tried to pride myself of being the best conditioned player on the field.
Yeah, and you were one of the best conditioned, that's for sure, because you never came out of the game. I see these guys nowadays raising their hand, trying to get a rest. You never came out.
Randy White and I were joking just recently about the way they play now. You have situational players, guys who, before the game, a coach said, I need you this game for 20 running plays. I need you this game for 20 passing plays. I said, Randy, how long do you think you would have played if you were a situational player? He said, Ed, I'd be playing today.
Yeah,
So,
amen. And 15-year career gave you an opportunity to cross over from Tom Landry to Jimmy Johnson. The difference between the two, or are they similar?
Both winners. Coach Landry, if I had to sum him up with one word, I'd say he's a genius because he controlled everything. The kicking game, both sides of the ball, offense and defense. He programmed his assistants, and they programmed us.
Yeah.
You don't see that anymore. Most of your head coaches today are PR guys, but Coach Landry ran the entire show. And being a player, the thing I admired about him most is every time we stepped on the football field, we were ready, prepared to play mentally and physically.
Right.
We were never out-coached. Now we didn't win all our games, but it's because our opponents were better than us that day. But we were never out-coached. And Jimmy Johnson, totally different style, more of a player coach, but great motivator.
Yes. Yeah, different styles, but the bottom line was still the same, just about winning and being disciplined in doing it. And that's what they did. Well, Ed, 15 years, now you're in retirement. What is Ed Too Tall Jones doing nowadays?
I got involved years ago in business. I started a company, it's hard to believe it's been 40-some years ago.
Wow.
Again, I didn't think I'd play long, so I tried to involve myself in as many things as I possibly could off the field.
Yes.
I wanted to hire good representatives who could, take care of what was happening off the field, where all I had to do was concentrate on the field. So I got involved with a company I started called Team Jones, Inc., which we do a lot of different things. And, I still love staying busy, still have that energy. Traveling starting to be a bit too much, but I still do it. And I'm just so happy I got involved years ago, where now what I do is what I want to do.
Right.
And so when I'm not working, I try and find a little time to chase that little white golf ball around.
Hey, man, you do that a lot, too. And I understand you're involved with WrestleMania. It's coming to AT&T Stadium in 2015.
Very excited about it. WrestleMania 32.
32,
I was involved
wow.
in WrestleMania 2.
Wow. Wow.
Going back in the Battle Royal in Chicago, where Andre the Giant won it. But my job, because I had trained 3 months to participate, but Tex Schramm had other ideas about a week before the match. So I was an outside ring official, meaning that when an opponent got tossed out of the ring, my job was to make sure he didn't go back in. Well, nobody wanted to go back in because Andre the Giant had just tossed him out.
Oh, wow.
So my job was easy.
Yeah, that's pretty cool, Ed. Well, we appreciate you taking the time to be with us and tell us a little about what you're doing now and how you feel about the Cowboys season. And like I said at the top, you're looking good, man. You look like you can still go, man.
Again, thanks for having me. Hey, go Cowboys.
All right. Up next on Drew Pearson Live, we'll have our head chef from Shuck and Jive, Oscar Serrano, and he's going to cook up something very spicy in Cajun style. It's coming right up next, right here on Drew Pearson Live.
Drew Pearson Live is brought to you by Whataburger. The chicken strip Monterey Melt is a brand new spin on legendary flavors. Get it while you can at Whataburger.